What's up guys, it's 5cubeatz here, and in today's video we're gonna make a wavy guitar beat from scratch in just 5 simple steps. We're gonna discuss the VSTs you need for making this type of beats and the chord progression for getting the emotional wavy feeling. Make sure to watch this video to the end so you don't miss any important steps, and let's hop right into it.
5 Key, what you cooking?
Okay, so let's start off with our tempo. This is 145 BPM. We can change it afterwards if you want, but I found that this melody really works. So the number one thing you need for making this type of beats is to keep it simple. So for this melody, I choose the scale right here, it's in G sharp minor, and in general I just used half time of it. So if I take half time off, this is what it sounds like. And this is just a simple 1-5 chord progression. Okay, so you start on the root note, so it's the 1 of the scale, and then you drop 5 semitones down. That's it. And for this chord progression, I didn't do much. Let's take this one down, the 1 on the scale, 3rd, and here I choose the 6. Okay, I could choose the 5th, but I preferred the 6. And then I just place the 3rd an octave up. I choose the rhythm that I like and I played this melody. So that's what I mean by keep it simple. So for this now, let's just half time it to give it a different vibe, and we got our first melody right here. You don't need to use halftime, but in this case I want a different texture, so halftime really fits the vibe right here. So now our second key aspect for making this type of beat is to add movement to it. So I think some sort of guitar in the background playing some sort of arpeggiator would fit the vibe right here and add movement to it. So that's what I did. I choose this guitar right here. It's from Flex, Ace of Space. I used it in a couple of beats before. It's a free VST, you can download it for free, and I just played this pattern right here. And as you can see, it's the same 1-5 chord progression. So you start on the 1 right here and you drop 5 semitones down to the D sharp right here. And this melody is also half time because we want to keep the same vibe of it. So this is what it sounds like without half time. So now let's play both together and you can see what I mean by adding movement to it. Great, so now we got our foundation for the melody, and I really like this type of vibes. It's really wavy and emotional. So now let's add even more movement to it by just adding some simple bells. So some sort of ear candy kind of stuff, just to add some sort of accent on different parts of it. So for this case, I choose this bell right here. It's the Heart Bell 4. It's from the Gloom Analog Bank from Lifestyle Did It, so shout out to Lifestyle Did It. And it's the Heart Bell number 4. And I just added some notes to it here and there just to give it some accent and layer, and listen to the vibe and the movement that we got. So now we really got that movement going on and that wavy kind of feeling. So for this bell right here, I also used half time on it because we want to keep it the same vibe and the same texture. So great, so now that we got that, let's hop into our third key aspect for making this type of beats is ear candy. The ear candy here in this case is some sort of vocal or strings to fill up the background of the melody. It's the subtle little things that you don't really hear if you don't pay really good attention to it. And in my case right here, it's this vocal from Heat up here. And as you can see, it's the same chord progression as before. It's the 1-5 chord progression. Okay, so this is that part right here. So now let's hop into some strings, because I added some strings to give it some fullness in the background as well. So for those strings, I just choose this preset right here. Is Essential Strings from Flex, again, violin sustain. It's again a free VST. You can download it in FL Studio for free, and this is the pattern that I came up with. And as you can see, it's again the 1-5 chord progression, just playing some sort of filler notes in between right here. Great, so now we got basically our main points of the melody done. I just want to add one more thing, and it's one more vocal to it. So in this case, I added these two vocal phrases right here. And it's the same vocal phrase right here, just in reverse. So in this case, I really like this tail right here, that's some sort of riser to it, and that's why I choose these two vocals right here. So now let's hop into the drums for the two main aspects that are missing. So number 4 key aspect for making this type of beats is to have simple but hard-hitting drums. So the hi-hat is playing a really simple 2-step hi-hat with just some sort of filler notes in between right here that are some semitones down. I added some sort of pauses right here just to give it more bounce with the clap that's coming now. And after that, I just added a simple kick pattern with my keyboard right here, just the vibe that I felt. Great, so after I got this, I just filled everything with open hats and percussions, and this is the final product. You may think that this percussion right here is a bit too much, but trust me, in the beat and with the melody afterwards, it really makes sense, and it fills the melody a little bit with some sort of airy, spacey kind of percussions that really fits the vibe. So great, so now that we got that, let's hop into our 808, and the 808 isn't complicated at all. It's just simple 1-5 chord progression, again playing basically the same notes as the kick pattern. So down here in gray you can see the kick pattern, and on top the red ones right here are the 808 patterns. So in general, the 808 is always playing on the downbeat and the important parts of the kick, and the kick is filling up some space just with some simple ghost notes. Okay, now let's get into the last and 5th steps for making this type of beats, is just the arrangement. So the arrangement of this type of beats is really important because we don't have any complex melody going on, so we need to have some sort of variation throughout it so it doesn't get boring. So that's why I mentioned the 3 key steps in the beginning. So keep it simple, add some movement so we got some sort of variation on it, and afterwards add some ear candy, because the ear candy we can use it for the variation part. So these are all the elements right here for the intro, and afterwards I drop it, and I kept it simpler because the drums are coming in, so you don't want the entire intro melody playing with the drums. This will be way too much. So that's why I just choose it right here to keep it the strings, the guitar and the piano. And this part right here sounds already really full. So this was the hook part of it. I always arrange my beats like intro, hook, verse, and then we go back to the intro, or let's say it's a bridge and then we go back to the hook. And I see to get the most energy in the hook section right here and then drop the energy afterwards for the verse part. So that's what I did. So as you can see right here, I took out the strings and added the bells again to give it back that movement. I didn't use the bell right here because we already got that movement for the drum bounce, so I just choose it to keep the bell for the verse part. So we covered all 5 steps right here. So first to keep it simple, afterwards to add movement to it, third part with adding some sort of ear candy, a texture to it, and fourth steps to have simple but hard-hitting drums, and last one the arrangement so your beat isn't bowing at all. So this was it for me. If you like my beats and my style and you want some loops to improve your beats, just DM me on Instagram, it's at 5cubeatz, and I will send you some free loops to improve your beats. If you find some sort of value into this video, please leave a comment, like, and even subscribe if you want, and let's see each other in the next one, guys. Bye.